YouTube! Welcome back to my channel, your boy Daily Upload Mamba, back with another banger. In today's video, we're going to be testing out two of the most controversial shooting badges. Steady Shooter versus Deadeye. Which badge is better? Which badge should you guys put on? And which badge is more effective for what you're trying to do? So stay tuned. In today's video, we're going to be testing them side by side, seeing which badge is better. And listen, if this video sounds like I recorded it on a 2005 Android, just put it this way. I was playing 1v1 court and my mic was next to me, okay? That should clear it up. My mic is dog titties. Alright, we're gonna take an L for one video, alright? We don't have time to go buy a mic today just because we're on the daily upload grind. But tomorrow I'm gonna go buy a new mic and then we'll be solid. So yeah, I'm sorry for the Android mic for today's video. Hopefully you guys don't mind too much. Also, before we do get in the video, quick reminder, make sure to drop a like and drop a comment. Both those help the channel out so much. Well, at least the video doesn't help the whole goddamn channel out, but it helps this specific video. If you guys just drop a like and a comment, helps out so much. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure to drop a like and just just put titties in the comments or something. Just put some random comment. It'll help me out a lot. Appreciate you. So going into this video, my initial thought process or my initial reaction was Steady Shooter is just gonna be way worse. There's gonna be no debate. Deadeye is just gonna be a way better badge, overall as a badge. You know what I mean? Deadeye will just be a way more useful badge. And using the badges, I don't know, it's more close than you guys would think. By the way, the clip you guys are watching right here, I have Deadeye on. So once we actually finally do get the ball, I have Deadeye on. So keep that in mind. So after playing a few games with both badges, one thing I have noticed, the two badges are so different. It's weird as hell, but they're so different. So for instance, Deadeye, I feel like you need Hall of Fame. Like Deadeye, you want as high as you can possibly get, you know what I mean, to help you out the most. But Steady Shooter I feel like it's the opposite. I don't know. What do you guys think about Steady Shooter? I feel like Steady Shooter in Hall of Fame is just too high. You don't need it that high. If you shoot wide open with Steady Shooter, you have a higher chance to brick. And then if you do shoot contest with Steady Shooter on Hall of Fame, it doesn't even help that much to where you need it. But this is where the differences come in. I still feel like Steady Shooter is almost a must-have badge on bronze or silver. There's a lot of opportunities where you're contested, 10% contested or something, and Steady Shooter will definitely help you out right there. And then if you're wide open, if you have Steady Shooter on bronze or silver, it won't even affect you that much. So kind of the way I look at it as of right now after I've played these games is Steady Shooter is kind of like the comp badge, you know what I mean? If you're playing comp that's just locking you up, or you're playing Pro-Am where you're just always getting double teamed and stuff, and you just need a badge to help you shoot contested, then Steady Shooter is that badge. You can shoot some, I'm telling you right now, you can shoot some nut shit with Steady Shooter. I mean, Steady Shooter is not the most consistent badge, but if you're playing a game like Pro-Am where consistency doesn't really matter as much as Park, then Steady Shooter is OP. And in my opinion, way better than Deadeye in certain game modes. Steady Shooter over Deadeye on twos, I don't know. I don't know if I would say that. Steady Shooter on threes, I don't know if I would say that either. But Steady Shooter over Deadeye and Pro-Am, it's almost it's just duh. What are you doing, bro? You can shoot some nut stuff with Steady Shooter. It's crazy. You just get some crazy clips sometimes. So if you guys are watching this video right now and you guys are a Pro-Am player, this is what I would recommend to you. I haven't tried it out yet, but just thinking about it, there's no way it wouldn't work. Put volume shooter as high as you can get it, and put Steady Shooter as high as you can get. Look at this clip right here. This shit pissed me off right here. So I'm waiting for my boy to get open. I get blocked by the backboard or the rim or something, and then I pass the ball and it just hits off his asshole. So that was annoying. But anyway, and then this motherfucker just, yeah. All right. Volume shooter and Steady Shooter, I feel would just go hand in hand. The reason I say that is because if you guys don't really know how Steady Shooter works, is it gives you a super high shot percentage when you're contested. It helps you out a lot when you're contested, but it messes you up when you're wide open. But on the contrary, if you have volume shooter help you out to boost your shot percentage, you won't really notice a difference, especially in a pro-am game where you're shooting up 30 shots a game, 20 shots a game. You'll never notice a difference with steady shooter on. So if we're just looking at the contested shooting, steady shooter over Deadeye, way better. Way better. You can shoot crazy stuff with steady shooter, just some crazy like heavily contested green type stuff with steady shooter. But like I said, the wide open shots are the ones that mess you up. Like, I really feel like if you guys put on volume shooter and steady shooter in a pro-am game, if you guys have a Hall of Fame quick draw, you know what I mean, with that badge setup, I do not think you'll be able to be guarded. Like, you literally have to have 2 to 3 people guarding you. And if you're playing comp pro-am, that may just be the most OP thing you can do, because then you could pass out, you know what I mean? If you have IQ, you could pass out, you could do this or that. So the way I look at it is steady shooter is a solid badge, but I don't know, like, you guys need a lot of shot attempts. Like, I feel like I just feel like you guys need volume shooter with it. Like, I just feel like steady shooter just wouldn't work without volume shooter. And yeah, so in my opinion, if you're someone like me that doesn't have hella shooting badges, I only have 14, so I don't have the ability to put on all these extra badges, you know what I mean? Because obviously Green Machine, Ranging Center badge like that are just way better, or like you kind of need those types of badges. So yeah, I think for 2s, Deadeye is the better badge. It's not gonna give you these crazy 40% contested greens, you know what I mean? But it does help you shoot better when someone's like just 2% contesting you. So it does help you shoot better. It's just not like, you're not gonna see a night and day difference. It just barely helps you. So would I take off Hot Zone Hunter to put on Deadeye? Hell no. Would I take off Green Machine for Deadeye? No. Like, the 3 main badges you guys should keep, like Green Machine, Range Extender, and Hot Zone Hunter. You guys should keep those. Like, for example, I took off Hot Zone Hunter to put on Deadeye. I don't think that's the right move to do. But if you're one of those dudes that have like 20 to 30 shooting badges and you have some shooting badges to spare, if you guys can put on steady shooter and volume shooter, I'm telling you right now, I don't think you're gonna lose. Like, that's just an unreal badge setup that I just don't see a possibility of losing to that. Like, that's just literally just unguardable. Just keep in mind, with steady shooter and volume shooter mixed, you're probably gonna miss your like first few shots, you know what I mean? At least your wide open ones, because it does mess up your wide open shots. So just be prepared for that. That's why I say steady shooter should be used on like pro-am or maybe even 3s, where you have more opportunity to mess up. So yeah, that's my thoughts on steady shooter and steady shooter and Deadeye. Oh yeah, by the way, in today's video, I was using Quick Draw Hall of Fame, Range Extender Hall of Fame, Green Machine on the Silver, and Deadeye on Hall of Fame. So if you guys are wondering what I was using in these clips right here, that's what I was rocking with. And yeah, if you guys need any other help with badge setups, I have a whole playlist of badge setups that I'll put on the screen right now so you guys can watch. And yeah, don't forget to drop a like. If you guys are new, sub up, turn on the noties. We're on the daily grind. I really appreciate it. And if you guys haven't already, drop a comment. It really does help out the channel to drop a comment. Shit, drop 2 or 3. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video, man. I appreciate you guys chilling. Peace.